Whew. I feel like I'm trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unmotivated Homemaker. I'm Brittany Michelle, and today is a fall-winter prep cleaning day. I have scoured the internet and I have chosen the top 7 things that I want to do to my house to get ready for the winter season. And they are things I do not look forward to doing. So, let's go. Number 1 for me to get it going while I work on other projects is cleaning and washing my couch. So that includes all my blankets, all my pillows that can be unzipped, and then all of these slip covers on my couch. It's an all-day process, so I'm gonna get those going while I work on some other projects. I love being able to clean my couch. That's why we bought a slip cover one. We have dogs, there's often kids over, things spill on it. Hey, I'm really messy sometimes too. So it's such a nice option to clean. And I like to do this about 1 to 2 times a year, and it is fall, so it is time. First, I vacuum to get most of the junk and hair off, and then I put it in the wash. Ooh, come on, man. Now, if you don't have a slip cover couch, I recommend a leather couch because you can easily wipe it down and clean it. If you guys can see, there's this brown ribbon, as you could say, for my dog just rubbing their back on there and scratching themselves. So that's one of the reasons I also love washing my slip covers, because yeah, I can vacuum up the hair and most of the dirt, but it really doesn't get all the grab and grease out that they rub onto this. And this is like a daily thing they do. I like to put my cushions back where they belong so I don't confuse them with a large couch like this. Now, if you don't have a couch to clean, I would at least move your couch out of the way and clean underneath it. It's something we rarely ever do. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, is push everything to the center of my living room and vacuum underneath, because I'm sure there's a lot of nasty stuff under there. So the trick is to put the covers back on while they're mildly damp. That way they're easy to stretch and they form well. Ooh, I always feel like I have to wrestle with this one. It's really hard to do by yourself. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Come on, Zaba. Okay. Ugh. Whew.
Number 2, rotate all mattresses 180 degrees. This will help prevent wear and tear and those permanent indents that you get from sleeping on the same side every night. Number 3, wash all bedding that you never want to wash. Your duvet covers, your pillow shams, your throw blankets, all of this. It really gets really gross throughout the year, and you should do this seasonally, even more often than that. But if you haven't done it in a while, do it now.
Do you guys feel like there's always one pillowcase that gets stuck in the comforter or other sheets and it just doesn't dry all the way? I'm gonna throw that back in the dryer. Okay, so how I like to put my duvet covers on, because they're rather tricky sometimes, is put it inside out and lay it flat. Lay your comforter on top. And I like to rotate mine around because otherwise one part always gets to the bottom and all the feathers just stay down there. Okay, and then in your corners you should have strings or some sort of clip attachment. So go ahead and grab your corner and tie around in all the locations that there's strings, and I tie a knot. This one doesn't have one in the middle, which is very annoying, because then the comforter can slide down. So if I were you, I would get some clips. They make duvet clips to pin it together. But with this one, it just doesn't have one, and I don't have any clips right now. Now comes the tricky part. You're gonna turn this inside out. So go to the opening where your buttons are and separate it. And then I pull it into myself and I grab the corners, okay? and then I flip it over itself. Now what I also end up doing a lot, standing on top of the bed, make sure I don't have my head on the stand, then I shake it down. It works so good. Just make sure you hold the top, and then you can pull it on up, even. And then you just have to button the bottom.
If you don't want your button to show, button it outside to inside. If you don't care, you can just button it normal through the back side. I always do this and end up missing a button, I feel like. Then I have to start over. And I like to throw a knitted one on for the winter time. Number 4, organize those closets. All your winter coats, your winter boots, bring them out and put your summer things away. We don't need those flip-flops anymore, especially in the mountains where I live. So bring out all your boots, your winter and snow gear, and then organize your closets to make sure there's just not a lot of junk around. And then get your hats and gloves out. I like to put them in plastic bins for the winter. I also get my husband's snow plowing clothes out. Number 5, wipe down those kitchen cabinets. Do the faces inside and out if you need to, and make sure you get the top lip of those cabinet doors and drawers. I use mild dish soap and hot water and a microfiber cloth. This is something that needs to be done way more often in my house, but seasonal is a great time to do it, especially if I want to decorate for the holidays.
This is where the trash can lives, so it's pretty gross around this cabinet, especially because our dogs like to lick it.
I hate this part of the job, but it is motivating because when it's all done, it just feels amazing to have a clean couch. Number 6, wipe down those highly touched surfaces. Man, our light switches were disgusting. The door handle to our garage was really gross. And then also the light switches in the garage and our garage door opener, which I have never thought to clean before in my life. And then also a lot of the main handles throughout my house, like my front door and some of our slider doors. And then what's also really important is to clean those remotes if you watch TV or any kind of remotes you use for fireplaces, etc. Number 7, clean big windows.
Alright, first I cleaned off the window seals. I'm going to vacuum them now, and then I'm going to try to reach up on this, at least the second story window seals. We do have ladders, but they are down at an off-grid cabin we're building at the end of our property. So all I have is our step ladder. So I'm only going to be able to reach these bottom windows today. I'm going to try to clean them inside and then outside on these ones that are on our porch, and then all of the rest of the windows in our house. I think it's going to take me a really long time, but this is why it's a seasonal thing and not something I can do all the time or keep up on.
Do any of you know any product you can use besides Windex or glass cleaner to actually clean windows? I have not researched that, and I'm curious if any of you guys know. Please comment below if you have any suggestions for glass cleaning. I do not recommend putting your knees on a hard countertop. This hurt really badly.
Whew. I love this window over our sink. It's so beautiful. I love being able to see people come into our driveway. But it's huge and it does need some massive wipe down. It's been a really long time since I cleaned this window.
When I cleaned, it was 69 degrees, which was so awkwardly warm for this month, but then it snowed shortly after, so I was so glad I got all this cleaning done before the snow came. I did have to finish this couch the next day because there's so many cycles through the washing machine. As you can tell, I'm wearing my scrubs. I got home from work and I had to finish up. I also do recommend flipping the couch cushions over every time you wash them so they get fair use on each side if they are equally created, I would say.
Gosh, it feels so good to sit on a clean couch.
Well, those are 7 things that I did to get ready for the winter season just in the nick of time. It snowed shortly after, currently 12 degrees, so I'm so happy that the inside of my house is ready to go for winter time. If you want to see how I'm getting ready for Christmas, check out my Pottery Barn Christmas Dupes video where I take 2 best-selling Christmas items from Pottery Barn and remake them myself. See you in that video.